Oh man. Bro, it's actually been so long since I've done this. Oh man. I'm high-key not looking forward. Oh my god, excuse me. Holy. I need to do this. Where is it? I kind of don't need to go through the story. Remember.
人の声があるところは想像しい。
炭鉱様と合流しましょう。ついてきてください。
全力を尽くし。
Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's go.
見つけました。炭鉱様です。
早く行きましょう。
Oh, he has a voice. Wait,
ファ
I
イ
gotta
ノン
change
様
it.
と約束し、ここは私と
待ってくださいに。国威の剣士。
先ほどから硬直して動かぬ、まるで何かの前触れ。迂闊に近づくな。あいつから溢れ出る
半身の誰かが奇跡を起こして。
ファイノンは
I gotta change this. I gotta. What is this crown? What is that crown? Why do you have a crown? That's a really good question. I actually don't know. Where is? I'm actually changing it to the English because the English. I said that. Never mind. Okay, how fast will it download? Fast, never mind. We chill. We good.
大丈夫なのか。
Believe in his resolve to save Aaaaa.
Okay, I'm instantly turned off. Can we start gambling already? I don't have enough. Dang, I'm waiting for the date collab, bro. That's like 2 days, 3 days. In 3 days, you start gambling. Yo, can you the waterfalls open any faster? This guy's dead.
We can't stay here for long. Lady Trinan's sentry gate is just outside
I
the
hate
city.
this guy's voice actor.
Let's keep.
Her experience in Amphorius has far exceeded expectations.
What is
If
some
our goal
difference?
was just to replenish fuel, then mission accomplished. For now, let's get back in contact with the express.
On that note, I have a proposal.
Who's there?
I hope to convey a message to the two nameless.
Mr. Screwlum?
Where's my goat?
Who are you?
It's okay, guard.
It has been a while, nameless of the Astral Express. I'm glad I arrived in time to stop that black-clad one from harming you further.
Oh wait, that far?
So it was you.
It was fortunate we found you in time. Madam Herta and I were both quite relieved.
Wait, let's go, chat.
You two know
bottle
this
thing.
anti-Cathiran? Does he come from the same people as Counselor Lygus? Don't worry, guard. This gentleman is an ally of the Trailblaze. Would you mind giving us a moment to speak in private?
Of course. We'll wait nearby.
I don't care about these
Please.
NPCs, bro.
I fully understand your situation. For now, the only thing I can do is temporarily freeze that black-clad one in place. Time is limited, so I'll keep this brief. The place where you stand, Amphorius, is a world constructed from data and memoria.
Huh?
An experimental field of a certain eon. And now, this isolated sandbox world is rapidly falling into a third path. Destruction.
Destruction.
Conclusion. If Amphorius continues unchecked on this course, a Lord Ravager will complete its evolution and metamorphosis, and emerge from the surging tides. The cosmos as we know it will suffer irreversible consequences.
A cosmic scale disaster, that shit.
Affirmative. If everything unfolds toward the worst possible outcome as predicted, the consequences will be unimaginable. Because the Lord Ravager's goal is the Eon of Erudition. Putting aside the complex details of the inferences involved,
Type shit.
I have a request to make. For one of you nameless to stay behind on Amphorius, acting as an informant, in order to prevent the wrath of destruction from ravaging the cosmos. This world is enveloped in a firewall that defies explanation, and the flow of time here is
Firewall?
also
Virus?
different from reality. Madame Herta and I can only tear open a gap and project images inside. However, the accidental crash landing of the express car notwithstanding, both of you were able to successfully land here. There must be some principle behind this we have yet to fully grasp. It will take time to uncover the reason. Before then, if one of the Nameless is willing to stay and witness the fate of this world, or to push it along when necessary, it would be of great assistance.
Okay.
Mr. Screwlum, I believe you. So I only have one thing I'd like to confirm with you. As Amphorius is already facing its end, how can we guarantee the safety of the person who stays behind?
Look at this, if you would. This curio is called a chronocognitive anchor. The two of you may view it as a kind of space anchor in the world of erudition. As long as you carry it with you, your individual data structure will be protected and will remain unaffected by the influence of digital tsunamis. When required, it can also serve as a bridge for communications between the internal and external world. Of course, it is not curio with unlimited uses. May only be held by one person.
Okay then.
Connection being interfered with. Decide quickly as possible. 2 final 1. The Intellitron named Ligus. Possibly the primary culprit behind everything. 2. Herta discovered a clue. Miss March has already been drawn into Amphorius.
Oh! Shoot, I waited too long to play this, bro. I was spoiled too much on Twitter. Actually, no, I should have just stayed off of Twitter.
Cold. It's freezing. Hold on. Everything's spinning.
Wobbaboos.
And I can see wubbaboos flying around. But that's it. She warned me about this place right before Klipoth glimpsed her. Oh
this
no.
place.
Have I accidentally walked onto some weird path?
Why is that funny?
Have I done something crazy without remembering? Unless forcing Pom-Pom into new outfits and borrowing Mr. Yang's shoulder massager counts.
I don't think so.
Hold up. No way! Stepping onto the path of elation can't be this simple. Right?
Child of remembrance, step forth into the depths of the path space.
Hey! Cut it out!
Cut
If
it
you're
out.
there, just okay? You're freaking me out. I can't even think straight. Hold on.
Cast aside your fears. Step forward through the gate of memory.
The voice.
Hello, March.
Oh no, don't fall for it. They're lying to you.
I
Turn
missed this
back and
avatar.
wait. Master Diviner?
I missed this voice.
Master Diviner, what brings you here? And you, Miss Messenger. Do I know you from somewhere?
No.
Good to see you again, March. A pleasure to see you, Miss March.
That's it. Master Diviner used the Matrix of Prescience to help me search for my memories. And you, Miss Messenger, we met. The value of your life does not lie in what happened in the past, but in the present and the future.
Your memory serves you well.
March, I conducted some experiments with the 6-phase ice you left us. Thanks to the Garden of Recollection, the Matrix of Prescience has made a breakthrough in extrapolating the past. Now, we might be able to bypass the obstacles and look directly into your history.
Let's go,
The
finally.
Master Diviner is right. Continue down this path, and you'll be able to find your lost memories at the end. Since we last met, you've grown much alongside the Trailblaze. You should be strong enough now to bear the weight of your past.
I don't think they did
Well,
anything.
there goes my Ice Princess fairy tale. I need to know, Master Diviner, Miss Messenger, this isn't just another dream, is it? If this is real, why reach out to me at this exact moment?
The situation is dire. Your lost memories, they're crucial to the Garden of Recollection.
She's right. The Garden of Recollection's existence hangs on your memories.
What? Wait,
The
why?
Garden of Recollection.
You may not want to sacrifice anything to preserve the garden for now, but in time, you'll understand. Your destiny and the path of remembrance are extremely, closely intertwined. Now go.
So,
This way, March. Your past awaits beyond the gate of memory.
What is she? Freaking emanator of freaking remembrance? What?
Stop! They're just mimicking people from your memories! Don't let those bad people deceive you! The gate. Now it's... you two? Hey guys! What are you doing in a place like this?
March! There you are!
Finally.
The trailblazing journey just isn't the same without you.
Yeah, Bummer has a higher pitched voice.
Traveling's no fun without you around.
Well, duh! What's Team Trailblaze without its star member? Wait a sec. You might look like you two, but...
We understand your confusion. The Garden's allies helped us establish this Neuralink to reach you.
The Garden's allies? You mean Miss Black Swan?
Yes. She helped make this possible.
Keep going, March.
In my throat.
Find your past. Wake up. And travel with us again.
That sounds really tempting. Finding my past and...
Trust in yourself, March. Follow us. Let's go.
Yeah, this is sus.
Step into your past, March. Find your true self.
Wait up! Slow down! At last, I finally caught up.
Whoa!
Hey, are you all right? I'll be okay. Just not used to running around. Say, March, got a moment to talk before you make your
Why is she
decision?
so short? Oh my gosh.
Wait, that was you? Pushing the gate away? Sending those warnings?
Yep, named Cyrene. It means ripples of past reverie. Easy to remember, right? Wait a minute. We actually look quite alike, don't we?
Very.
Yeah. Your pink hair is just as eye-catching as mine.
And we're both bright, pretty, and positive girls.
True.
Talk about coincidence.
Wow, you're quite the smooth talker. But I can't disagree. Wait, you know my name is March? Have we met?
No, but I've witnessed your story through those memories just now. It's incredible, really. We might have more in common than you think. I know exactly what you're going through, which is why I don't want to see you exploited or hurt.
You know what I'm going through?
I know, because I've been exactly where you are. This empty space has been my home for ages. I barely remember what time feels like anymore. But there's something I'll never forget. Trust me, that gate won't give you what you want.
You mean those people? They're lying? Luring me into a trap?
Yes, convincing, weren't they? They've studied your memories, using your deepest wishes against you. How dare they manipulate a young girl's feelings like that? If you go through that door, the worst case scenario is you'll become their pawn, losing control over your own fate forever.
You've seen what's on the other side?
I may be stuck here with missing memories like you, but I still recall fragments of my homeland where I grew up. That door leads to Amphorius.
Oh.
Trust me, it's anything but welcoming. For ages, I've watched people walk through that door.
Wait,
They
what?
couldn't see or hear my calls.
What?
The voices beyond always promised safety, but I've never seen anyone return safely. So I had to try and stop you.
To be honest, I'm not sure what to believe. But the fact that you're here, putting in all this effort to warn me, that means something.
What? Wait,
Tell me,
wait,
Cyrene,
what?
how can I return to my world?
It's really easy, actually. Just turn around and walk away from this place.
The girl cannot be trusted. Through the door, save the garden. Both of you, children of remembrance.
Okay, then.
They never give up, do they? But don't let the return journey could take ages, longer than most lives. But that path will lead you home.
Thank you, Cyrene. I know what I need to.
So you say
I'm
Rin?
going
I don't think
through
that's
that
okay.
gate. Into Amphorius.
What?
Wait, what?
Don't worry. I believe you. It's just that for me is right beside my friends. Two of my closest friends are already on their way to Amphorius. They may seem capable.
What?
But only I know. They're absolute disasters waiting to happen. They won't last 5 minutes in a new world without me. That's why I need to go through. Amphorius or not. When the three of us are together, there's nothing we can't handle.
What?
We'll explore, understand, establish, and connect. After that, we'll find our way home together.
I see. You've got people who mean the world to you too.
That is so heartwarming.
Wait, so it's just the oh wait, it's
March,
just
if that's
right
what you've
before he was
decided,
found.
you have my full support. Birds of a feather we are. Oh, stop.
I didn't
You're
read that shit. Da, 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 da.
making me blush.
Oh my god. No.
Well then,
Are you both gonna
I
go on, or
guess-
is it just March?
do you think we'll see each other again? Who knows? But don't worry about me. After all this time here, I've grown quite used to chatting with my imaginary friends. Since Amphorius is your homeland, if there...
Okay.
Then I'll look forward to that day. Your story awaits, March. Make it an epic one.
Type shit. Okay, so wait. Okay, so who's saying who's going? Is Dong Han was okay? Dong Han's leaving.
You okay there, friend? Something seems to be bothering you.
Even this place has changed. Finan is...
If anything, he's the one worried if what that machine gentleman said is true. If Amphorius is like how you and Dun Hung treasure the
Okay, fair enough.
Right. Time to see the last core flame restored. Look, there's Finan. And wait.
Lygus.
Lygus. Hello.
And you, Lord Finan, will wield that core flame to bury this...
None of that matters now. This brutal, flame-chased journey has stripped
Okay, I can read
away
faster
my
than
delusions.
so
If what lies ahead is a mass of chaos, I shall cut through it myself and usher in the first ray of blazing sunlight. Is it truly you?
With one last chance to turn back.
Wait, then why did it show
you
Slavery?
still step forward. How befitting of a trailblazer. As our world nears its end, the ones who walk the infinite paths have embraced their destiny. As the Theoros, it is my duty to witness the world's future and oversee this final core flame ritual on their behalf. The trial of world-bearing. The ritual of Aaaaa Nova. Ah, I see. So you met my kindred spirit before I could erase his traces.
Yep.
Partner, what are you saying? I've had my suspicions. How does a native Antikytheran know so much about repairing vehicles from beyond the sky? Lord Lygus, how much do you truly know about Aaaaa Nova?
Dang.
Very well. I need no longer maintain this Theoros masquerade. You seek truth, Lord Finan, and truth you shall have. As you know, when the old gods fell, someone had to bear their broken pillars to fill the vacant seats. Those who would assume divine authority must prove themselves through trials. Yet, for Kephales's demigods, the possibility of overcoming the trials has forever been non-existent. For the world-bearing trial is the divine duty itself. Bringing forth the Aaaaa and bearing its weight is an endless ordeal, ceasing only upon collapse. Precisely. The Aaaaa ritual is not something that can be completed in an instant, no, but a long and arduous journey. While the sacrificial journeys of other demigods conclude in this world, carefully must shoulder the gods' core flames until the next world, when the black tide consumes the bearer and all that they carry, leaving nothing behind.
Unless their core flame finds a new bearer.
The holy flame that illuminates all worlds rests in your hands. All that remains is one choice. Nurture it, pass it on to future generations, or extinguish it here and now. Deliverer, the fate of all worlds rests in your hands.
Enough testing. I've made my decision. But before I ignite the dawn of the next world, you need to promise me something.
Two things, actually.
Two things, actually.
Speak your terms.
Promise me this. Professor Anax's vision of the new world is absolute. The world will be reborn from my memories. All souls, living and dead, will return as the first humans, unchanged from their past lives. And my friends, the fallen demigods, they shall transcend the cycle to become new titans. Our heroes shall not have died in vain.
Of course. This I can guarantee.
Good. The second one. Promise me the Trailblazer can return safely to her homeland. Unbound by Emporius' laws.
The puzzle pieces are falling. Wait.
My apologies, but I cannot promise this. As you mentioned, she now bears the Time Titan's authority. Her bonds with this world run too deep. Well, I stand corrected. An outsider like her does have ways to defy destiny.
Thank you, my friend. For everything you've done for...
As the Theoros, I declare, Amphorius has determined her path. Step forward, heroes. Follow her path and see it through.
Okay, then wait. I did not mean to put that. Whoopsies. What do you have to say?
Without you, we could never have reached our prophesied tomorrow. Thank you for walking.
Yes, sir.
Behold, oh gods, Amphorius has achieved her victory, and the Era Nova approaches. The Radiant Soul has arrived, having walked through the bustling nights, bearing the golden fire and blood, stepping with pride into daylight.
He is the pure child, walking upon the path of yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
He is the first to be born, first to be named among the nameless.
Eternal in form, limitless in reach. He treads the endless night underfoot.
Greatest of kings. Protector of the displaced. Raising humanity's children above their adversaries.
The firmament of molten gold courses through his very bones and flesh.
The greatest of schemes reveal against his breath and words.
In the golden lakes of that beautiful new world,
he shall wash himself clean.
There. Finish what we first and last wished for. To write an ending unlike any before. For this world we so deeply love.
Come, partner. Join me. The time has come for us all to face oblivion, or embark on one final grand journey.
Oh man. What's gonna happen?
What a magnificent and epic adventure. The hero's journey reaches its end, and the truth behind the Aaaaa is about to be revealed. Is that truly the case? Here, as the Theoros, allow me to humbly request that you find a moment to listen to what I have witnessed. This is about the nature of Amphorius itself, a story of the prime mover of life. My, what a broad topic this is. Where shall we start?
Hello, Herta.
Got it. Let's start at the very beginning. The Big Bang, the birth of particles, the emergence of all things. Just kidding. What I mean to say is that time, space, matter, all concepts exist solely because we perceive them. This is called the erudition. Without it, the universe would merely be a chaotic book written by chance, yet unread by anyone. As your acquaintance, Lord Anaxagoras, suggested, everything in Amphorius exists through new spores, living in the memories of those yet to come. Oh, how beautifully it aligns, revealing universal truths in such simple terms. Only he could solve the riddle of what exactly are we? Oh, but you'll remember, even as the embodiment of reason, one mystery remained beyond his grasp.
If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
As sages across ages have asked the gods, what is the prime mover of life? But let's set aside the grove's teachings for now. Look further, past Amphorius, to what they call the Forbidden Realms, beyond the sky. Do you know of the Scholar's strife? During that grand yet brutal war, waged in the name of erudition, Genius's legacy was abandoned, strewn across the cosmos. The scepters, a macrocosmic computational array beyond mortal comprehension. Made to emulate the Eon's thoughts, it became part of the Eon's cognition at birth. Scattered throughout the cosmos, these arrays act as celestial body neurons for Nous. But regrettably, as everyone knows, the erudition forsook them all. But what nobody knows is that Though forgotten, they never stopped seeking the divine answer. A question that survived war and disaster, stumping even the greatest minds, including both mechanical emperors. Now, we come to the real truth of Amphorius. What if, hypothetically, a scepter found the answer to the prime mover of life? If, through endless solitary extrapolations in the cosmic cold, the one deemed as a failure by the Aeon of erudition found proof through the ages, what would happen? From a perishing neuron devolved into true life, reborn through the gaze of another eon. This is a tale from the distant past, unknown to all, even unheard by the greatest geniuses. Now, let's leave the Scepter's story here, returning to where we began. What is the prime mover of life? Actually, you know the answer better than you realize. It's been by your side, accompanying you throughout this long journey. Right now, it awaits you ahead, in that brave new world, beyond the end of Genesis.
Oh my gosh. Holy cutscene. Hello, Finon.
Take this wish with you. Be the one who begins it all, as the prophecy foretold. You will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. Continue onward, bearing this world upon your shoulders, until the Ashen Hero, the nameless deliverer, ushers in the dawn.
Such an odd dream. Strange. Like I've dreamed this before, but it all slips away when I wake. Only a voice remains. Who was that?
Rise and shine, baby. What?
Ah, it's you. Whoops, I fell asleep there. What a strange dream I had. It's gone now, though. But look, perfect sunshine. The day is still young. Let's go find Cyrene, partner. We promised to be there for her oracle card reading today. It's right about time.
Wait, what?
Looking at you, someone's still half asleep. Tell you what, catch some fresh air first. I'll hang around here.
Okay then, sure.
Oh, beautiful, isn't it? This is Ide Silesiae, home of the nameless hero who carried Kephale's core flame. When he was young and innocent, he had heroic dreams, imagining his wooden sword was forged of iron, pretending the straw dummy propped up by a wooden pole was a giant with a single blood vessel running from spine to heel, dreaming of slaying the giant and becoming a hero to save the world. Though to his young mind, the world was just this small village. What you witness is the start of his path to a new world.
What?
And trust me, you play no small part. These are his first memories. Rather than watching, why not join in? Think of it as immersive theater. Become his lifelong closest friend, witnessing his hero's journey from the best seat in the house, as the nameless hero whose unwavering guidance shaped Finan's destiny, yet whose name was never recorded in Amphorius's history. Questions, questions.
No.
Many mysteries.
I'm like, okay, who is she playing? It's not Cyrene.
Like in this
So,
village beneath the veil of Evernight.
playing some role of somebody, is that...
Your questions will find answers.
Is it somebody that
as the
exists in your life currently? Or is it someone who... Or is this completely brand new?
All awake now? Great.
Finan! Show me how to use a sword like you did.
Hey, Finan! Where are you headed? No Cyrene today?
Type shit.
Found you.
That is in fact Cyrene.
Goodness, look at you rushing about. You've got the poor swing all startled. Hmm? It's that deja vu.
Something wrong? What do you see?
Oh, nothing much. Just suddenly felt a strange connection.
What?
Look at you, leaves in your hair. Were you sleeping
What?
in a tree again? Or was it the wheat fields this time? At least brush yourself off before wandering around.
Come on, I'm not a kid anymore. You're the only one who still treats me like one.
Sure, sure. You may have the height advantage, but when it comes to maturity, I'm leagues ahead of you. Still fantasizing about being in heroic adventures and imagining yourself as one of the characters? That's the kind of thing kids do, not grown-ups. Don't you agree? And since you're playing along with his antics, who are you pretending to be today?
Yeah, no, wait. I'm right.
Well, she hasn't decided on a character for today yet.
How about we stick with
I'm
the
right,
usual?
right.
You know, the valiant
playing
hero from a
a
distant
role of
shore
somebody.
who...
Whose role is it?
Can we not bring
And
this
who
up?
is Cyrene? Who is Cyrene?
Speaking of which, what about those oracle cards? We haven't done divination in forever. Why the sudden interest?
What's Alicia doing here?
I was just about to tell you. Earlier, while napping on the swing, I had the strangest dream. There was this mysterious voice in my dream, calling out for something.
Wait, you had that dream too?
Calling out for something.
Yes.
Okay, I have no
You
clue.
too? That which made me think of those old oracle cards I used to play with as a kid. Though the Ornyx prophecies were always hit or miss.
Yeah, all the kids would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. If you just redo it when you don't like the result, what's the point of divination?
True.
Ah, the blessing of childhood. Believing the gods might not notice our little corner of ID Silicii, willing to let our small deceits slide. Still, fate is absolute. After all, we never really know just how far into the future the prophecy extends.
Anyway, let's go to our old secret base and look for those oracle cards. Now, where did we hide those?
I can
Definitely
think of a few spots. Let's go check it out. In a village this size, I bet
Like gaining.
all
Oh,
our
wait, okay,
childhood treasures are exactly where we hid them.
There is quite a few spots. to
Time
cover.
must. Well, those were the days. We'd always meet either by that statue in the village or right here.
Right? And I remember you never used the front door when you wanted me to come play. You always climbed over the wall. You
True,
were such
real.
mischief makers. Just like a certain someone who has a habit of showing up unexpectedly. Right?
Dude, I'm so confused. What does she know?
Oh, giving me this silent treatment? How cruel.
Hey, I was just copying those storybook heroes. They never take the beaten path.
Still, it's embarrassing. I've been the only one here for a while, and I haven't kept up with the cleaning. With so many spots.
Why am I helping with that?
Leaves have taken over the courtyard.
I know. We wouldn't want your clothes getting dirty. Leave the dirty work to me.
That's not what I meant at all.
All right, let's split up. I'll handle the yard. You check the upper floor.
I wonder what the view's like from up there. Worth checking out?
Okay, buddy. Pomegranate juice milk. What do? You actually okay? Oh, there's stairs. Does not seem like anything's up here.
The girl before you carries an air of mystery, her secrets elusive, yet her demeanor toward you is exceptionally warm. You can't help but wonder, could there really be some kind of mental connection?
The view here hasn't changed a bit. You know, besides the swing under the big tree, this has to be my favorite spot in all of ID Silicii.
3, 2, 1, jump.
Hey, what are you doing? Please be careful. I'm just a small-time diviner. I can't turn back time if something happens. They always said I'd become the next priest of time, just because I heard prophecies as a child. But here's the thing.
Wait.
The more divinations I do, the more doubt creeps in. And where will that waiting ship take us, I wonder?
Here they are, the oracle cards.
Guess reminiscing makes us take our time, doesn't it? There we go. Looks like the gods do listen to our thoughts.
Here it is. This is the box where we kept the cards.
But the cards are gone.
Huh? What's this underneath?
This okay.
No way, someone switched.
Ah, I see now.
Ah, the ones from Remembrance Maze, you mean?
Yep. Let's head to the back of the courtyard.
Okay, so wait. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, what is Mem? What is
The
what is
entrance should
Mark?
be around here somewhere.
Right here.
What is
The path to the maze is hidden under
Trailblazer?
all these weeds. It's been...
Did you forget? We used to visit them all the time when we were little. All right, let's do this. Pretty sure this is it. Should be this way.
Should
There
be
it is.
somewhere.
The
Hey,
entrance.
chest, I haven't checked
that
out yet.
hollow in the tree.
Oh, I can go fishing here. I like this. What do you call it, map though? It's nice.
Once you get through the tight squeeze in the
I wonder if I can still squeeze through there.
No, you cannot.
Maybe worry more about whether the fairies will let you in. After all, the Remembrance Maze has an invitation-only rule.
Oh, let me
Lead
go.
the way then, partner. Regardless, how
Ah.
about we try getting through the hollow first?
After you, then.
What? Oh, sure, I'll go first.
So hasty, as always. Looks like it's just us now. Care to finish that chat? To be honest, from the moment I saw the cute note, perhaps when we step into the maze again after... Oh, it's just a girl's intuition. It might not mean anything. But you know what? Even if fate is set on its path, no matter where it steers the world, if we're together, so if you're willing, forget it.
Alright, let's go. Enough stalling. There we go.
I made it! Oh, that wasn't easy. I can't remember.
Wait a minute.
Okay, I just don't know.
Look who's finally back, Memmy! Snowy, you've grown so tall and dashing. I couldn't even tell it was you at first.
I just don't know. I just don't know.
We had to grow up.
But look at Rini. She hasn't changed one bit. How fascinating.
Perhaps I'm like you, Rayleigh Ma'am. Just another fairy of the maze.
I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know.
Oh, tell me about it. It took me forever to get all their names straight when I first came. Dolimem, Rayleigh-mem, Mealy-mem, Folly-mem. We used to gather around the fire, singing.
Oh, how good you, Snowy.
You guys literally a child.
Oh, he's just copying those bards from his stories. Being all mellow. Actually, we're here for the oracle cards. Have you seen them?
Oh,
no,
the
we've not.
oracle cards. Right. The chief asked us to get those.
Chief? You mean Dolimem? What do they need the cards for? If they...
Whoa, I'm not sure. Let's see. They should... That's it. This way, everyone. Watch your step. The trunk's slippery.
This guy's not. This is a creature for sure.
Chief, Rini and Snip.
Why do leaves and branches grow in Remembrance Maze
Voice is not match
depths?
at all. Secluded down,
Welcome back, my dear children.
I thought it would be pink. Yeah.
Pink ones? That's strange.
Oh, Chief. You...
Oh, no need to fuss, just as our pack. Here, take it.
My book of oracle cards.
Aww.
Thank you for keeping it safe. You know, you can always just ask if you want me to divine something.
Still, bringing us here like that.
Yes, the Veil of Evernight whispers to us once more. It tells of a new fairy who will soon enter the maze. Indeed, every time a new fairy arrives in the maze, it means that beyond the veil, in the vast lands, far from Ides Elysiae, a great calamity is on.
But if that's the case, our journey...
Will have to be cancelled. If disaster's coming, we should stay in Ides Elysiae just to be safe.
Real and true.
We weren't planning to be gone for long. Just enough time to hone our abilities. Finan would train in Castrum Kremnos, while I would seek the Fake Titan's blessing in Yanisopolis. Then we'd return to Ides Elysiae to help keep our village safe.
It's okay. I can still practice my swordplay here. Some things you can learn on your own. Well...
That's not very convincing.
That is also not very... yeah.
Here's a thought. Let's have Cyrene do a reading. If fate wishes to show us its path, we might find some peace of mind.
But... what if we don't like what the cards tell us?
Bruh, didn't you just talk about this earlier?
Not the most optimistic take, but I see your point. Thanks, partner. we'll do it your way. Whatever the cards show, we'll face it together.
Ask with a true heart, and truth shall answer in kind. Close your eyes, and let's open the oracle card book together. Let your thoughts flow like stars drifting on the river, carried by fireflies and gentle winds. Your destinies flowing towards the same future. Now, shall we begin? Oh my! The cards are quite responsive today.
What the cards doing?
Very well. Let's see.
Let me just see all of it.
The Deliverer. According to the tripartite prophecy, this card means absolute harmony and perfection. In fact, it's the only oracle card without a dark side.
What, no divine whispers this time?
Oh, silly.
The sleepy village of Aedes Elysiae, in just one fleeting moment, welcomed an array of legendary figures. The Weaver, Gatekeeper, Ruler, Traveler, Servant, Healer, and Scholar.
So wait, in order that is Aaaaa, Tribi, Maide. Is Traveler and Axa? Servant? What did I don't know. These two I don't got. And how you seen? No wait, no, Scholar is an Axa. So it's just Traveler and Servant. I'm trying to remember.
Their stories and wishes showed the village boy glimpses of a world larger than he'd ever imagined. They brought tales of raging battles, of cities crowned in holy light, and of wonders beyond his understanding. Once, these were just images on his friend's oracle cards, and yet destiny now stirs in resonance with the maze.
True.
And now, they are right in front of one's eyes.
The Deliverer? This card again.
Ah, my child. It seems you're destined to bear the wishes of many. To
bear their...
Yes. Just like Kefali, standing eternal atop the mountain.
My parents... They only wished for me to grow up... well, to help around the village. Stay out of trouble. Mrs. Pythias wished for more books in her little schoolhouse. Wanted us to all learn and grow. And little Piso, he wants to grow up strong like its father. Is that my purpose? To fulfill their wishes?
What a nice purpose.
Perhaps. For a true deliverer, such wishes are but droplets in an ocean. After all, Kefali bears the weight of the entire world.
I feel like I'm not playing the game. This is so much dialogue.
How could any human possibly measure up to a Titan?
I wonder too. Perhaps...
What's this?
What you see are futures written in the cards. Or rather, the people you'll meet on your journey. Sometimes, fate can guide us when we're lost. Let's consult fate itself. Maybe then we'll know why we must take this path. And learn just how many burdens one must bear to become a true deliverer.
The moon shines on the truth.
I need to stop looking at with these.
Personal wishes?
These are optional.
I have none. Only the Aranuva matters. The world's rebirth. Yet, if I am to weave a new era, then it may be one where kindness and her cleaners shall never tread.
I think that's
These
valid.
crueling parasites have no...
That noble lady? The way... Huh.
Teacher, perhaps you could share your wishes with...
Oh, Snowy.
Okay, yeah, she's
I
good.
wish to meet and Aggie. I want wanted to see you shed that golden. Finally, are we?
Those wishes.
Then we can rest easy.
Only.
Mark these words, Snow. Tomorrow.
Healer, servant, and traveler. What's okay? Which one is traveler and servant? I just want to figure out. Okay,
my
so
wish, right? So my one wish.
let me one done. Fair enough. What a missing piece. I feel like they
For
both
someone
done
with
that.
all those.
Ouch! Right for the jugular.
What about our friend from?
My wish came true.
That is not true.
True before.
You two are so.
You know what?
Just think.
Doesn't sound like an easy task. Warm embrace. They're all wishing for a kinder world.
Okay, and the last dude is Maiden and Acta. Which, okay. Do I hear? Okay. I don't know.
Finan, my student, listen well. I detest the word. My life's work is done. All that remains is I, Anaxagoras, shall become a god of the new world.
Isn't he... I mean, I just daydream about hero stories, but he's fantasy... Well, that's...
Okay, my goat.
Finan? Since when did you become so timid?
What's that supposed to mean? No way I become friends with this half-naked show-off, right?
I think nothing of sitting shoulder to shoulder on that.
Horrifying. Is that really something I'll enjoy one day?
What are you mumbling to yourself now? The wishes of the Kremnon warriors are done, but I survived 1,000 deaths only to fall to a coward's blade. That masked flame reaver who struck from behind. Finan, you look... Never mind. That blank look tells me you're completely lost. My wish is simple. One honest duel. Face to face, blade to blade. Then I'll strip away that mask with my own hands.
Nothing but violence and vengeance. This still... Those eyes burn with the noble pride I've read about.
Okay. That's my street Russian.
So tell me, has the uncertainty in your heart begun to fade?
So many faces in my... Still...
What's weighing on your mind?
Didn't you say disaster would strike Amphorius? If so, shouldn't Cyrene and I stay in Ides Elysiae? How could we possibly meet all these people?
This calamity is what sets you up.
If that's true, then who will protect our... Cyrene,
Of course.
although those voices... I can't ignore the sense that something is calling me.
Accept this gift. May they journey with you.
I'll hold these words close to my heart, but... Now that I'm holding them...
They definitely are not different from...
They don't seem all that different from ordinary playing cards.
Oh.
What? What's happening?
Everyone, we've got big trouble, Mimi! Burning, smoke everywhere. It's all coming from beyond the maze.
What's going on?
It's here. The seeds of this time.
You mean... Ides Elysiae will be swept up in the prophesized catastrophe?
I'm afraid so. My children. Take...
But my parents...
Are we...
This is beyond any Titan. Beyond any... It's an unspeakable horror. The Black Tide. That's what...
Not even Titans?
Yes. So we don't wish for you...
We... Finan...
I learned the sword to protect those close to me.
Then...
Indeed. Our friend is right. Forgive me, Chief, but Ides Elysiae needs us.
Very well.
With me, Cyrene. Even without a sword, I'll take a rake.
Deliverer, the card's truth extends beyond its mere literal meaning. Not someone perfect from the start, standing high above, but one who starts small. When we were little, I told him I wished this world would never need a deliverer. Now that wish has shattered. Yet I'm glad he's chosen to walk this path. And all of this happened because you believed in him, friend. Shall we? It's only when you're by our side that Finan and I... that our hearts find their courage. I know you're watching us right now. Aren't you, great hero from the future?
What?
Oh, deliverer. Such cruel irony. Though destined to bear the world's burden, this boy can never become the hero to bring forth the dawn. Follow their path. Bear witness as this man, forever denied the mantle of hero, takes his first step on the path to deliverance. Watch this memory play out its final act. See with your own eyes how everything began. Then you'll see why his dream of deliverance was always destined to become this world's requiem. A sun red as blood, wheat fields turning to dust, and in the heart of it all, a village aflame. In that moment, the boy stood in what felt like the end of existence itself.
These creatures, they're everywhere.
The golden
Someone,
blood.
anyone. No. You. Are you? No. Olivia.
Oh.
Please. No. Olivia. And these monsters. They're all... Why? Why is this happening?
When the black tide arrived, the wavering boy found resolve in his companions, and together they ran toward their first battlefield. In the far-off future, the land of Amphorius would bear the marks of the hero's footsteps. With sword in hand, he would inscribe an eternal mark in the golden epic. And when dawn broke over scorched earth, a boy, covered in wounds, buried the dead one by one. His silence heavier than the earth he moved. His home, his past, his name, all buried beneath the soil. His feet carried him forward, over the pillar of stone, beyond the chalice of plenty, through the deadly fogs of the hand of shadow. He wandered, yet he did not walk. Those words...
Protect those.
The words were few.
That's what it means, to be...
Onward he walked, until the call of the flame chase journey thundered across the land.
Okay, wait, this art is actually crazy.
In a vision painted by prophecy, humanity would triumph over the gods, seize the core flames, and ignite a new dawn for Amphorius.
Yet losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, where life too
seems as small as a speck of dust. Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny. Are you prepared for such teachings?
The voice within.
No matter.
When the Gold Weaver called, he answered, traveling to the holy city. There the elders met his warrior's spirit, with nothing but scorn, condemning him to the barracks in derision. No one saw it coming. Not the world, not even him. Yet, this nameless recruit stood at the gates of legend, and there, at last, he found the ones who would walk his path right beside him.
This is... Hold on.
And now...
They're evacuating the temple. Are you insane? That blonde man is the Crown Prince of Krymnos. Mess with him, and every last person in this city could wind up dead.
Calm yourselves. The Holy Maiden has...
Behold, it is the month of, as you know, though mighty most after Aglaya's mediation. So, as Finan's most important companion, he's...
Is this your idea of an honorable duel?
Bloodshed isn't the way. We and Aggie don't want to see Chrysoceres turn on each other. True warriors know when to sheathe their blades. The impartial Talantan shall oversee this duel. You need only place your offerings upon their scales. Something that has more weight than the fate of the world.
Which means only those who understand the world's weight are worthy to carry it. Is this how you plan to test our convictions? Well, Kremnoan, looks like you won't be able to punch your way through this one.
It makes no difference. One last chance, new recruit. Walk away, and I'll spare your life. Otherwise, come and face me. I'll give you a warrior's death.
Hard to imagine they once clashed like this.
Holy Maiden, I can't help but feel like a pawn that has stumbled into some greater political game.
Every hero was once a child. And every child must grow.
That's so. I don't even know why I'm standing here right now. Look at me. Just a common soldier. Since swordsmanship won't decide the winner, Lady Goldweaver should be here instead. My devotion to the Holy City could never compare to hers.
I'm not meaning to click that. Whoopsies.
What if we told you this duel isn't about winning or losing, but rather in the choice you make?
Are you saying that Lady Goldweaver is testing me?
Every Chrysocere is indispensable to the Flame Chase journey. And you and the Crown Prince of Krymnos are both a part of the prophecy. What the duel marks is not an ending, but a beginning.
True enough. The voice within is not
Spoken like a Chrysocere.
That's right.
And I'm just there, suddenly.
Still, here we are, at the Temple of the Time Titan. And I don't even know how Cyrene's studies are progressing. Still, I hope she's doing well.
What's going on? Did he just say Cyrene's studying here? Of course, Lag is disappeared. Forget it.
I do have many questions.
Amazing. Talantan may have
I hope you still remember your purpose.
You seem awfully confident, Kremnoan.
For your information, In Castrum Kremnos, the punishment for profaning a duel with such crooked words is impalement. But as we're in foreign lands, Alan, the signet of Kremnos, the crown jewel of our people, that's my choice.
A ring. Not just any ornament, I'd wager.
Don't push your luck. Just know that Kremnos' 1,000 years of glory could bring a titan to its knees. Let alone...
So to him, glory and his people outweigh the entire world.
And the very destiny that Mighty himself will eventually shoulder.
Now this is a tough one. What? Well, comrade? You mean my conviction? No way! Only an Idonian would do something. In the end, the deliverer that appeared in my life on that day. Just thinking about how my village was swallowed by the black tide makes my hands shake. The flame. Speaking rationally, I but here and now this car.
Perhaps that itself is the answer.
Look, Finan.
It's so nice to see you all again.
Yo,
Lady
bro,
Trini,
how what's
going on? Hello. Seeing you here sure is a sweet surprise. Why so surprised? Could it be... Did you miss me?
Yeah.
Cyrene? This is... incredible. I was literally just thinking about how you might be here. But I'd never imagined I'd see you this soon.
I was supposed to leave with the priests, but then I heard Lady Maiden was with a white-haired young man. I figured it had to be you, so I snuck back here.
That's Cyrene.
Still playing house?
Quite the hothead. You know, don't worry. You already know what the answer is. If that's your choice, I am with you because I remember it all too. The fields of Aaaaa Silicii, the pain speaks for itself. Our hometown may have been just a time, but that's not enough, Finan. Even though hatred can help people grow and turn a boy into an unbreakable warrior, what you need now is victory. You can't just stack the scales with your past suffering. You have to throw the weight of your future onto them as well.
The future?
Maybe that was a bit too... Why not have our mutual friend here stand on the scales with the deliverer? How about it? Can you help us?
Future what? Oh, mutual friend. Wouldn't that be cheating?
Relax. Our dear crown prince won't have a clue.
Let's... The fate of Aaaaa hangs on this duel. I will stake everything I have. Let's.
Hello, I will stand
together is the resolve to shoulder an immutable path.
Talantin, in the name of the Holy Maiden of the
Your offering.
Yes, a flimsy little card.
Interesting.
It's...
The scales.
Talantin is deliberating on the outcome. It appears...
This is... suffocating, but I believe...
Hear thee, children of humanity. The one whose offering weighs more than the fate. One from Aaaaa Silicii. However, the true weight of conviction originates not from itself, but rather in that which tips the scales. Hope itself.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think the Titan means that it's not anyone's personal conviction. It's about a wish. One which we all share.
Yes.
Placing us both on the same side of the scales? Foolish.
Fine by me. I'm a soldier. And if it's my fate to bleed my last on the battlefield, then so be it. That's all a hero really is. Someone with that kind of conviction.
A brilliant explanation. Just as prophesied, on this day, the final two heroes shall join the Flame Chase journey. Oh, I have 1,000 ways to tame a lion. But this lion didn't come here for bloodshed, did he?
The Kremnoans far outmatch Aaaaa's forces, yet we haven't lost a single soul. That's no accident, is it?
Do you honestly think Kremnoans, renowned for our love of battle, would show mercy?
Your forces are equally renowned for their iron discipline.
True?
And
Wait.
so...
Perhaps Aaaaa...
Now that
Fair
the
enough.
wheels of fate follow me, brave Outlanders. History shall remember.
Yeah, fair enough. That's cool.
You must see now how different this is from the flame-chased journey you traveled.
I'm so confused still. This is Filipino moment, like number 259.
We're approaching these are, as I mentioned, his first memories. They are of particular importance for the imminent Era Nova, such as this very moment. This is a moment calculated by
Act 3.
the
Oh, my act.
gods.
I'm assuming 3 acts.
What comes after
Actually,
is
this is movie 4. He's like halfway through.
different. Come. Your seat awaits. After 13 heartbeats.
13? I'm probably gonna get 24.
Will be ferried to the final scene.
Okay, final. So never mind. 3 acts. Okay.
They say that the heroes of this world should be as countless as the stars. Yet now, so, in the end, the black tide still swallowed everything.
The West stands protected by mighty Kremnoans. It will hold for the time being. Professor Anaxa deployed wards in the north and east before. We needn't fear for Aglaya. Even in death, she counts as the greatest among demigods. Her threads of romance weave an impenetrable shield. Let's move. Cavalry has given their core flame. We must complete the Era Nova before the next entry hour.
That only leaves 3
So?
Finan, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysos heir.
Then why? Why must Emphorius's wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, but in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
We haven't had any other choice. Even if we only see the long, long night ahead, I still believe that through it, we'll find the dawn on the other side. Beyond these flames, a new sun will someday rise. So, to the Temple of the Three Fates. You'll take over Time's authority, and we'll return all the core flames to the Vortex. Then put this world's fate to its final rest, after which we shall all face oblivion, or embark on one final grand journey.
Act 3, 3, what?
Please forgive us for disturbing.
It matters not. I know fate has run its course.
The black tide has reached Aaaaa. It is time for...
As agreed, I shall present. Ride the river of time. It will guard your passage to the vortex of Genesis. Step through and witness.
Professor Anaxa proved the truth of Genesis with his sacrifice. As Chrysos heirs of the prophecy, we were always destined to immolate ourselves for this world. Now, it's our turn. We can't let everyone's sacrifices be in vain.
Oh, she's... okay.
I don't need another pep talk, Finan. After all, we've been ready to fight fate ever since we left the village.
It's really fun animation.
Haven't we?
Yeah, there's more than like any other unit.
Come. Let's claim...
And then...
Other like NPC.
Rise.
Light calendar 4931, the 3rd week of the month of Evernight. Welcome, my lady, to the end of the flame chase and the end. The Titan has revealed the gateway of fate. Please, beyond this gate lies the... Then you'll understand the soul. Please, esteemed.
Is this the first cycle? Is this supposed to be the first cycle or something? I'm trying to figure out, bro.
The vortex of Genesis. So it is here. But just what is this?
Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and... You're the vortex of Genesis.
I don't like Largets, bro.
Where the world begins and ends. What stage could be more befitting of our final act? As an unattainable existence that has dwelled within his heart, beyond his reach, you have accompanied him through the march of years uncounted. You naturally have the now.
Okay.
If you would.
My journey to the Aaaaa.
Enough talk. Why am I speaking to you?
Beyond the Aaaaa.
None of that matters now. This brutal, flame-chased journey has stripped away my delusions.
This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Ah, indeed. In his memories, such a scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains ever the same. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. A total of 33,550,335 times.
Jesus Christ.
Each is a drop from the river of time, representing the long journey he would take, or rather, the never-ending cycle. Just seeing is believing. Or perhaps you can simply walk straight to the final truth. See the true face of the character you play, and witness the ultimate nature of the Chrysos heirs, flame-chased journey, and the cycles of Amphorius.
God damn, bro.
Please, take your time.
Do I want to watch all the
Look
videos?
around as much as you wish.
Yeah, probably not. Jesus Christ. I think I'm good.
You really think the world's course? Ah, very. As the sole audience, you can make Amphorius's frozen fate flow once again. Feeling a bit lost? As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphorius. The final, eternal recurrence created by this man's hand, and the last one this world shall undergo. Behold, at the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion, other times comrade, that nameless hero absent from the annals of history. She is the swordsman's ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him resolutely onward through fantasy. And now, in the name of the Nameless, she has become an essential and inseparable part of the epic of Amphorius. And this time, under her guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of Amphorius? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound. But if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,336th flame chase journey. The master of the countless memories we saw, the other important actor now stepping into the vortex. They who have already burnt their own self to cinder, the Flame Reaver.
Oh my god, what?
So, in the end, you succeed in executioner. With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world.
应该理解有错。喂。
Time has come to once again start everything.
Death yet finding life. Born to doubt farewell.
All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
This mortal watch over you and guide you on your path.
Hello, Sunday.
Ready for battle. Try harder.
Basic. Accurate that. I'm gonna pull this off.
Heard the call. Serenity is before me.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Okay, this here could be up for the long back. Yeah, there we go. Did I heal? Yeah, I'm gonna heal.
I can't thank you.
Dream answer me. Will you be the blazing sun? Even if all creation burns to ash.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
This is gonna be quick.
Blade of moonlight.
Sick. No, it's not. That kills, right?
This
Yeah.
ends now. With your corpse, I'll ignite the dawn!
Easy boss battle? GG? No. I've seen the spoilers, unfortunately, but... Oh my god, that's crazy.
How is this possible?
I've seen this set.
Destruction, now twinned. Feel them set your blood ablaze. Your fury.
Facing certain death, torment and doubt, I bid you farewell.
Okay, I'll slow roll. I don't get my ulti or what, that's evil.
With no consequence.
Score. Get them.
What can I move huge news?
Okay, I don't need those.
A blade of moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
This mortal watch over you and guide you on your path.
Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all.
Is it coming?
He's absolutely fast.
I've heard the serenity is before me.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
I love you, fury. Okay, wait.
Unchanging, unceasing.
Okay, that's now. Oh wait, I have no health. Wait.
I can't thank you enough.
Okay, so I'm probably not going to be able to get.
I'll overcome the thorns. This mortal watch over you and guide you on your path.
I didn't realize it was established off them. Do I want to? Okay, I should be right after this. I can't want to.
This form shall fuel the fire. Burn unceasing.
I'm so happy they didn't spoil me.
In lunar flame.
Takes all three, right? Yeah.
Doubt farewell.
I think on all three. Yeah. Not. Oh.
Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
That is bleeding.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again!
I can't. Nowhere to run.
One person alone may witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. That person can only be you. Why not let wrath incinerate fate?
Okay, wait. So.
At last, Amphorius's fate has begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that Aeon's gaze, which can awaken the long-dormant instinct inside a man. Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same Aeon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play. The celestial body neuron, once belonging to the Erudition, abandoned by the Aeon. Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle for you. The eternal land, known as Emphorius, is nothing more than the scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation. A bottomless well of fury, aimed at the god who cast it aside.
Finan, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysos heir.
Then why? Why must Emphorius' wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
You see it too? Those burn marks. The flickering cubes. They're not a tide at all. They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. They were coming from the black tide all along. Is that Emphorius crying?
Or maybe it is screaming at its creator, at its god.
Finan, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Orynyx's curtain, glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Emphorius, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Perhaps it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world, so this is the reason the sky was sealed. Emphorius is merely a larger ID Silicii. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over. What then is this so-called Era Nova? And what are the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
As the Theoros. Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed. This is a moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Emphorius has finally achieved results.
Oh man.
So, the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true, as the model of reason he reached unprecedented heights. But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Kefali's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Type shit.
Haven't
I've been
made
going through dialogue
myself
out
clear?
whole the original novel.
The Chrysos heirs and titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it. This is the endpoint of Amphorius's calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers?
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation?
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself. And Amphorius's Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe. Amphorius has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination.
Final destination? No way.
Nikos 496. Philia 093.
That's probably not gamer tags, right?
No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the Black Tide, and accept the Aeon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphorius's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
Or we could always choose another option. Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Aeon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right?
Oh.
Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Aeons. It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, your goal would naturally be achieved. Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending. Revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us. Covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphorius.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you are capable of doing that?
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
That was so choppy. That was such a choppy animation.
We're going to weave a long dream for Amphorius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
Wow.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream. Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that Aeon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that Aeon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself.
Wasn't the audio quality suddenly go to shit? I feel like it...
But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you...
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice. Erasing time, again and again. Resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me. And I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the Black Tide, I'll become their vessel. To prevent the arrival of Aaaaa Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end. Until Amphorius welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past, and forge ahead.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, or in countless stories, each alike yet unique, everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphorius' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Kaslana.
At the most I have observed, instruction synthesis is formed.
I will wait for that day for as long as it takes. The day will come whenever this mortal turtle and follows in our footprint to right anything understand whatever was.
Wait! Bro.
That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
The world is collapsing. And the people are crying. We too must part ways here. Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger. Everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae, I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again. You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins, will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers, simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. A real, living person. A true hero. Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate. And I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness, sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like a ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos. Then go, Kaslana, as you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this. So, time retreated behind me. Until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless. That was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Cyrindra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
Dude, I'm just watching.
So what you're saying is, You've traveled back down the River of Time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us the flame chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an Eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiora, please take me to meet Her Majesty Saritra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me High Sealans, nameless swordmaster.
Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean Finan? Such a name could never be your true one.
Cool character.
But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Finan or Hynan? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, nameless swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
Aren't you even a little suspicious of what I've said?
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action.
Final technique, oh my god.
Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Murder everyone with a freaking atomic bomb.
Light up the dark.
Thanks. Do I need it? No, okay.
Oh. Nice moves.
Thanks.
You just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dark.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last. Are there any formalities I need?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty.
I'd like to do it.
And most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals. Especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her. The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her.
Sounds like an old friend of...
Well, experience is a good...
That sounds like custodies.
Dux Goldweaver.
It's you.
You know them?
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saritra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless swordmaster. Although we spoke, the Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Come now, both of you.
I had no intention of fighting. Don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstood. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just...
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you. And...
As you wish.
White-haired swordmaster? So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments, and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treby?
How is this
He got it.
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me. Aglaya, Tribi. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you, but do not seek him out. Because Aaaaa Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Aaaaa Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, but this time, neither side suffered any losses, cheering for the hero of the destruction. I proved myself.
Okay.
And in the long years that followed, I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Aaaaa Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
Yo, chat, are we doomed? Type shit. Me when I see him.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Okay.
After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Oh my gosh, wait. Holy. Do not make me go to. Holy.
I thought cycles was...
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There were eons, paths.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them into bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
You when I just run past?
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
Hold up. Keep your wits about you.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You're sure to love... In the name of the 7 sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. This is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the Grove with nothing but empty threats?
Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor? Aw, don't cry now!
That was close.
I hate this creature.
I'm out of here.
They're exactly like all the past cunning.
Sounds like you have a plan?
Of course. When I first set out on the flame bit along the way.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The veneration.
You've arrived, Zagreus.
What?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, Spirit.
If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carry
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through.
1,590.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos heir. How is that even possible?
I've come this far.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't. This is the fun.
Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Right? If you've got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead.
That shouldn't be too hard, though.
We can deal with just by ourselves.
Basic.
Let's get started. For the next tomorrow.
I'm fine.
Well, let me get relief as well.
The core flames consume me.
Sure. Why not? Yeah, let's go to Black Tide.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets this their departure no longer stirs.
This reason Core Flame before us is a fake.
I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more, exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning, yet so
naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question.
Well, thank you. No one can catch up to me.
Whether you believe me or not.
All right, then.
Silence. This is new.
One-eyed boy.
Go, Cythera. This isn't for her. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried. Because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground and now I have the answer. It turns out that
I don't want to argue anymore. Make your biggest effort to resist. Or accept fate. And hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if...
When I walk into the destruction written by the gods, with even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, losses are a constant on the reduced to ashes. It happens in every journey.
I'm not going through all this. This goes all the way to the... only to 100k. Don't make me do this! Okay, so I'm actually just gonna
You
dip
don't look
and
so
shower.
good. Deliver.
Once I finish.
Even after going
cutscenes.
through 108,642 cycles, Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah. I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
Remember that I was once human.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of one day, you shall die with a wound in your back. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. There's no way. Step forward, and I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine
to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance. Martyrs, behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun.
Holy.
And will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself. The future will come!
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish. Oh, glory!
I salute you. That's all I ever wanted.
Empty shell. So without substance. The sun tear the sky. Empty shell. Chaos. Is that all? So without substance. Quench the flames of blood. Is that all? Her agony.
Be quiet. If you can, deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh.
Holy wait, that's actually so hard.
Eternal night.
The 30k, never mind.
Empty shell.
Mighty Moose. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn.
Well fought. You may crown yourself. My blood. In your next life, I shall once again block your path. Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed, even if it meant burning this body to ash.
We're going through all the cryostals here.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth. Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
Jeez, that's a lot.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. tragic firewood.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed. You are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kethely cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life.
Who's left?
No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone.
Oh,
not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their mock deaths. Of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
I'm fine. It's time to temper my sport tomorrow.
Okay, let's speak this.
To rest here.
I must transform my soul into raging fire.
All of this. How is it any different from that brutal future?
Is that all?
Her agony! The sun tear the sky!
I must try.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles.
Wake up, lost one.
Oh my gosh.
See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant it should shine upon all. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,000. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could...
I'm going through everybody, bro. $4 million.
You're here, as always. You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading away. Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right? You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Emphorius, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years. Before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind sharing it with me?
In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Finan to the end of the world. And then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Damn.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter. Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Finan. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been an exception.
Which one is this? It's 25th million! Ah!
I can do this, Lord Finan. As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard. I will heal you, and then...
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer. Demigod, hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
Now, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Hyacinthia. I
are the Chrysos heir of world bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker, compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end. Over and over.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you? Ah, Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation. You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. Then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius, a rosy-fingered dog.
We finally up. Let's go chat.
Its warmth still lingers.
I'm just starting off an alt.
Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
This is one of the best bosses I've
Fire! Burning!
Granted, but strike! Quench the flames of blood! Her agony! Hail the new dawn! Tear the sky!
Yo, what the fun on this, bro?
Collect the sky. Merge with all this world's suffering.
I did not know that. I'm doing that all the time.
Farewell, Hyacinthia.
Yes.
1.4k damage
Your
million.
sunburn's hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe. That being known as Iron Tomb, its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius's wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly. Until another dawn rises on the distant horizon. Bringing the true dawn to Amphorius.
Is this the current one or is it the previous one? This is the current one. Oh my god, finally.
33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter.
Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same choice.
They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Yes. That's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind.
What is
I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes.
Looks like... Then I should be going too.
Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children.
The
Oh!
deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person. You finally found her. Friend. I don't have an answer for that, my friend. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent,
it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it?
In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
I never had a choice.
I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel? Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart. Do you still remember it?
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade. You arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate. Good. In that case,
Even this fruitless wasteland may finally... So... if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn.
Holy, bro.
One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun, even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation. I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends, who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you. Fuel you. Until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end. Bow your head to them.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold. And never tarnish. Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphorius has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity? Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time, but you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1, that is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord,
your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness? Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest, different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall, ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nanook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything! And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash!
Wait. Oh god, I haven't seen the animation yet.
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
Glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, echo of desires, a world of silence, sounds of desperation, phantoms in the shadow, softly tear it down, embrace the detonation, parallel, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain, I'm reaching for you.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
then send them on to tomorrow.
Your heart harbors wrath. You. It is born. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphorius. Destined from the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into after 30 is a matter of considerable interest to me. This but after fate has begun to turn, her existence will only become an unpredictable variable, perhaps, as for those unwelcome audience members. You need not worry.
Yo, way. Self-destruct as relation walked into this self-erasure. Once reaching its end, death, no peace. cycle hour. What's your reaction from solid? Dude, anomalies. Oh my gosh. I'm not reading all this now, I'm gonna read some of this later, but this is crazy. Holy. What is, yeah, what is mem? Depend on favorite yogis when fireflies at the end of that loop. Appearance changed to fit it. The mother body, dead. So. Okay, so this is Siren, no? Excellent, Christopher. Okay. Okay. Holy. All of these are, oh my gosh, bro. I'm low-key gonna do all this later because it's actually just a lot, so much content.
Wake up! Wake up! We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. No, I'm going to send you back to the very start. That's right! At this after watching so many fragments, or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, not surprised at all. That's because I'm glad that I remembered in the end. Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,500,000 this way. My mission ends here, after all. Across 30 million Sirenes. I was the first. And the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Sirene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting. Saying all that, it can finally fade away in peace and become a part of you without even realizing it. We'd already taken a wonderful journey together, all the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go, find the future Sirene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay? It's time to go, my dear friend. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever warm, forever gentle.
Now, let's turn to the next page.
Okay.
A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Holy visual novel. And I'm still not done. Oh wait, never mind. I am done. Holy pickle. I don't feel like I got anything for that too. That's the crazy part. Yeah, I didn't get much. I mean, 40 pulls for Saber. Jeez. That was fucking long. Oh my gosh. Fucking insane though. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna end stream there. I gotta fucking shower, bro.